Happy Monday, Practice Community members. Welcome to this week's Monday message. This week, I want to share the best piece of advice, best piece of permission I ever received in business. And let me tell you, I have received a lot of advice in business, some not so great, some really, really great. And this piece in particular is something that I continue to come back to time and time again. And so I want to pass it along to you as well. In addition, if you haven't joined us yet in that 5-week challenge, it is just starting week 2. So you're not behind. If you haven't joined, join. Go to courses, click on the top. We're spending this week in your message. Last week was all about magic, and we still have mastering money and market coming up over the next 3 weeks. So go ahead and jump in there. It is totally free. So much cool engagement, conversation, activity happening. We've got over 65 members in that course. So excited to hang out with you all in there for the next few weeks. In addition, we have a couple classes coming up this month. There is the master class the last week of August. I believe it is on August 26th. And this month I am teaching, if I needed a client, this is what I would do. Because I know it often comes down to how do I get more clients? So I'm teaching that class. It is pay what you can. It's 90 minutes. I cannot recommend joining enough. If you can't attend live, you get the recording the same day. In addition, on September 2nd, we are doing a free taste of Awaken Your Practice. We are going to teach the 5 pillars of a successful heart-centered coaching business. That's an hour long, totally free. I'll put all the links below for both those classes. Please come hang out and let's get some good energy going and plans in play for the upcoming fall and winter seasons. So I want to first start out this message by inviting you to put your business back in the right place. What I mean by this is so many of you, and I've done this as well, and sometimes I still do this, I let the business get so much bigger than the thing the business is supposed to carry. In other words, I spend an exorbitant amount of time focused on the things that are not what I want to be doing. You know, freaking out about marketing, advertising, conversion, sales, open rates, click rates, social media, blah, 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 blah. Like I can't say enough of it because it's not fun. Those aren't the places I want to spend the time in my business. But I've been convinced over the years, and I think you have too, that in order to be successful in your business, you have to spend time doing all the things that you don't love about your business. I don't know about you, but that seems like really contrarian advice. And so this is my invitation. Remember that your work is simply a vehicle. So is your business. It's a vehicle. And the thing that vehicle transports is a message, something we feel compelled to share regardless of the audience or the reward. Basically, what is the why behind your why? What is the purpose, the thing, the aspirational hope you get up and inspire to endeavor into the world every single day because of this thing you do called coaching? Inside of the Brave Space project that I've been doing for the last month, and I've got a few more weeks to go, I have asked 30 women to tell me about their brave visions for the world. And I can tell you, not a single one of them came to me with something that felt individual or small or medial. It felt big. These felt like big endeavors, things that slightly scare them, slightly excite them, and absolutely compel them. And so if we don't wrap our business around a message, we are going to get lost in things like niche and products and program design and marketing funnels and sales funnels and all the things that probably remove you from your message because they require you to approach your business not relationally, but almost objectively trying to just find the perfect fit for your business versus inviting people into your message and inspire them to live in that space by watching how you live in that space as well. Here is a quote from a previous mentor of mine. He said, "We position ourselves as mind readers and guardians of the hearts and minds of others, rather than simply being examples of someone who is living mindfully and wholeheartedly." In essence, are you then living and modeling the very message that you seek to put out into the world? We can't be separate from this stuff. This is relational work. Coaching is relational. It requires 2 parties to be present and engaged in relationship. And so if you yourself are not walking the path that you preach, you may want to take a second look at that. Do you even know the path that you preach? This is that piece of permission that was so wonderful to receive. Simply being an example of someone who is living mindfully and wholeheartedly. I'm not the example for all people, but I know that there is a group and groups of people in the world, in my community, in my calendar, in my life, who we are in a relationship with each other because each other is living that example of something that I endeavor to do in the world. Here's what we typically do instead. Step one, we ask, what do people want? We look outside of ourselves. And then we ask, how can I mold myself to deliver what they want? We completely remove ourselves from the equation, thinking that somehow that's going to be fulfilling. Step two, if no one buys, you clarify what they want again. You go and ask again and again and again. And if they do buy, then that will show you what your quote unquote thing is. In step three, you package that up and sell it back to them and then repeat as needed. I don't have to name the problem with this platform, but I think you could see the problem with these three steps. They don't engage you. They don't engage your heart, your mind. They don't engage the things that you think about, dream about, worry about, wonder about. So here's the invitation, the piece of permission that I work with every day in my business, and I work with inside the mentorship as well. Step one, what message am I here to activate? How can I share my most authentic message through my coaching? The vulnerability here is that, what if no one shows up? I hear it from everyone. What if no one wants what I have to offer? But step two, if no one buys, I'll clarify what my message is and how my process helps to bring this message to life. The response you get in your business, the way that people communicate with you in your business, comes with the clarity of how you communicate your message. Don't assume it's wrong. Just assume you haven't found the right way to deliver it yet. And step three, I will model my message to all who learn, buy, and engage with me. Am I talking about my message or am I living my message? Because they're two very different things. One significantly easier to recognize than the other. The function of your coaching programs, business, practice is to activate your message through the people you coach, guide, serve, and support. I'll say that again, the function, like the real functionality, it has a function, not just a purpose, it has something it has to do. The thing your coaching programs, business, and practice do is activate, bring to life that message through the people you coach, guide, serve, and support. In my business, it looks like this. I have two paths in my business that I wrap around my message. Path one, wherever your wild and magical life takes you, you are worth being brave with your work. We do this inside the community. I do this inside of Awaken Your Practice, which is that 10-month mentorship. And I do this inside of Awaken Your Life, which is a comprehensive coach training program. Path two, wherever your wild and magical life takes you, you're worth being brave with your life. I do this through my journal practices like the Brave Page, my 6-month program, The Brave Space, and my 12-month program, Awaken Your Bliss. The message is the thing I want people to be attracted to, not the product, not the program, definitely not the strategy, the message. And as I think you can appreciate, and I hope you can appreciate, is that my approach to guiding my fellow heart-centered life leadership and business coaches is not for everyone. This message today may not have landed for you. If so, click off now. If it did, I want to invite you to consider Awaken Your Practice. I believe your coaching business can bring to life your wild and brave imaginations you have for our world, but it's going to take more than naming a niche and selling a product, like a heck of a lot more. It probably is going to require more of you than you are yet putting out there for the world to see. So if you want your business, your coaching practice to finally impact the people it's meant to, then I encourage you to consider joining Awaken Your Practice. Awaken Your Practice is a 10-month mentorship. There is only 8 spots. We have already begun filling those 8 spots. And stick around for a couple minutes here and I'll share exactly what happens inside that program. We begin with months 1 and 2 in the Pillar of Magic. During Awaken Your Magic, you will unpack your beliefs, your stories, any and all upper limits, commitments, self-worth, values, how you most want to relate to yourself, to the world, to the universe. How do you want to invite the interconnectedness of all things to support you in your work so you don't feel so alone in your work? We begin our 10 months together with a 4-day immersion. And typically this 4 days is done live in person in Portland. Given the extent of COVID-19, I've made the decision to make that immersion virtual. So if you were someone who has had your eye on this program, but the thought of traveling right now just doesn't float your boat, I fully get that. And so that is why I think it is safest that we start this program off online from the comfort of your own home. But you get 4 full days of that with me to kick off the program. In months 3 and 4, we work on your message. The thing that this whole Monday message is about takes about 2 months to unearth, and I will not stop until I unearth it with each person in the program. During Awaken Your Message, you'll unearth your message, the cornerstone of your entire coaching practice. This is the thing that will guide your programs, your actual coaching style, your process, your pricing, your marketing, all of it. Can you imagine knowing, no matter where you are in business, where you are in the month or the week or the day of the year, what you need to be working on next and for what purpose? That's the level of clarity we're going to go for. In months 5 and 6, we'll dive into mastery. During Awaken Your Mastery, you'll remember the art of great coaching. Anyone can market their services, but delivering on your results is the mark of a successful coach in the making. I don't just want you to be great at sales. I need you to be phenomenal at your craft, because that is the thing that is going to continue to grow for you without having to put so much effort in all the time. In months 7 and 8, we'll talk about money, inside out and outside in. So not only will you work to heal old money stories and create congruent pricing and be proud of what I think is a very sacred resource, I'm also going to teach you about the outside in structure of money in business for coaches, how to track it, how to keep it, how to invest into your own business, how to organize it. All the things that you maybe don't know how to do, but are ready to do. We wrap the program up in months 9 and 10 with market. During Awaken Your Market, you will create and commit to your ideal market and how to not only captivate them, but create clients out of them. We will close our 10 months together in person with a 4-day live immersion here in Portland. That 4-day immersion is masterminding, breakthrough sessions, breakout sessions, as well as an incredibly yummy gathering of dinner and celebration and a way to commemorate your time together. In addition to everything in the content, there's those 4-day opening and closing immersions, 10 months of live sessions. The content is not already recorded. You can re-watch last year's cohort for joining, but you also are getting every class live taught with me in person. And by in person, I mean over Zoom, but live. You get co-working sessions with every module, monthly private coaching, the Awaken Your Practice journal book, private online group, weekly accountability, a small community of 8 people, and total and complete access to the behind the scenes of my business. I am looking for 8 Heart Center coaches, and the program is designed for a very small community. So due to the intimate nature of the experience, I am having a 60-minute conversation with everyone who applies, and I look forward to meeting you. We begin on September 24th. You can go to awakenyourpractice.com/mentorship to read all the details, to submit your application, have a conversation with me, or even comment below and we can get a phone call in the calendar. All right, y'all, happy Monday. Have an incredible week. Have an incredible month in your business. I'm so excited to see what continues to unfold over there in the 5-week free course. Please go join if you haven't already. If nothing else, let's see what we can create together in the next month. Take care. I'll see you soon.